Your Week in Yucatan Today would like to hear from you. Please go to yucatantoday.com/survey and let us know what you think about this podcast. It won't take more than 5 minutes, and it would mean a lot to the team that works on this show every week. Hola, I'm Alicia Navarrete, and this is Your Week in Yucatan Today, presented by Yucatán Today and La Jornada Maya. Every week, we bring you Yucatan's local news in under 10 minutes. Only local news, featuring news you can use and a quick summary of recent events. This week, autopsy results clarify the tragic death of a toddler in Mérida. 4 people were rescued unharmed after a yacht exploded and sank off the coast of Progreso. Yucatan exports its good mosquito technology to Cuba. Yucatan was named the 2026 Ibero-American Capital of Pre-Columbian Gastronomy. A loggerhead sea turtle returns to the ocean after a year of rehabilitation. A 4-day-long weekend is coming up for schools and many workers in Yucatan. Let's get started. A significant stir was caused this week in Western Mérida following the death of a 2-year-old boy on Tuesday. Neighbors, concerned by the family's difficult living conditions, initially feared foul play or neglect. However, the state's General Attorney Office released official autopsy results confirming the child passed away due to complications of a congenital condition for which he was already receiving specialized care. Support protocols have been activated to help the grieving family through this incredibly difficult time. In a dramatic scene this past Saturday, a yacht named Twist Party 2 caught on fire just 2 kilometers off the coast of Progreso. The vessel's engine reportedly exploded, causing a blaze that consumed the boat within minutes. The 4 people on board, 2 passengers and 2 crew, were forced to abandon ship and were rescued without injuries from an inflatable raft by local authorities. The incident, which caused a column of black smoke that could be seen for miles, drew clouds of onlookers to the beach as emergency crews battled the flames for nearly an hour. Authorities remind all vessel owners that rigorous engine maintenance and accessible life jackets are non-negotiable before heading out onto the Yucatecan coast. In a landmark move for public health, the Autonomous University of Yucatan, UADY, officially transferred its good mosquito biotechnology to Cuba this Thursday. The technology uses mosquitoes carrying the natural Wolbachia bacteria, which mate with local populations and prevent them from transmitting viruses like dengue, Zika, and chikungunya. Unlike chemical spraying, this is a self-sustaining solution, as the trait is passed down through generations. The Wadi's mosquito factory has been in operation since last November, with Yucatan becoming a global leader in this field and proving how regional science can solve international problems. In a major win for the state's heritage, Yucatan was officially named the 2026 Ibero-American Capital of Pre-Columbian Gastronomy at an international fair in Madrid. This honor recognizes the preservation of ancestral ingredients like bitter orange, achiote, and the habanero chile, alongside Maya techniques like the pib, or underground oven. To celebrate, Mérida is expected to host a major Ibero-American Gastronomy Summit later this year. You can read more about Yucatan's pre-Hispanic cooking techniques, as well as places to experience it firsthand at yucatantoday.com. We'll include direct links in the show notes. A loggerhead sea turtle was successfully released back into the wild off the coast of Progreso this week. Found stranded and ill nearly a year ago in Chabijao, the turtle overcame a life-threatening intestinal obstruction thanks to specialized care. Environmental authorities remind the public that if you spot a stranded sea turtle or other marine wildlife in distress, you should immediately call 911 or the dedicated hotline at 999-502-7825. This information is included in the show notes. Get ready for the first major long weekend of the year in Mexico. These are known locally as Puente. And because it's a big one next week, this one is being called a Mega Puente. Students and some workers in Yucatan will enjoy a 4-day break starting next week due to a combination of two events. On Friday, January 30th, there is no school for basic education levels due to the monthly School Technical Council meetings. Then, Monday, February 2nd, is an official national holiday in commemoration of the Mexican Constitution of 1917. The actual anniversary is February 5th, but the holiday is observed on Monday by law. This Mega Puente is expected to bring a surge of visitors to the many tourist attractions Yucatan has to offer. If you're looking to escape the crowds, we've got you covered. Check the show notes for some off-the-beaten-path getaway ideas you are for sure going to love. Now let's take a look at some fun stuff happening in the following days. Starting this Tuesday, January 27th, the Week of Art Yucatan, or WAY, kicks off a 5-day celebration of creativity. Running through January 31st, the program includes exhibitions, film screenings, and live performances. Dive into the contemporary scene with a full week pass for 1,400 pesos, or join a curated gallery tour on the final Saturday for 800 pesos, both of which offer student discounts. This is a fantastic way to inhabit the state's vibrant contemporary art scene. Experience a historic night in the Sultana del Oriente. This Friday, January 23rd, the Expoferia Valladolid 2026 kicks off with the Gran Magna Vaquería at the Recinto Ferial. With 100% hotel occupancy expected, this will be a massive celebration of Yucatan tradition. Dance to live jarana bands and enjoy the festive atmosphere without worry, as taxi services will be running until 6 a.m. for your convenience. The celebration in this Pueblo Mágico continues through February 8th. Some key highlights include the Candelaria Athletic Race on February 1st, followed by the traditional Feast of Tamales on February 2nd. The musical lineup is also stacked, featuring Super Lamas on the 2nd, Banda MS on the 6th, and a thrilling War of the Bands on February 7th. From the rides to the local food, Valladolid is definitely the place to be in the next few weeks. We don't normally get into the weather because there's usually very little point, but this week in particular, we're all in for a roller coaster ride. The nortes, or cold fronts, that have been keeping it chilly this past few days are taking a break for this weekend. Expect sweltering temperatures with highs up to 35 degrees Celsius and plenty of humidity that will make everyone sweat. But don't put away your fluffy socks just yet. According to Meteorología Yucatán, a new norte is set to hit our state early next week, bringing strong winds, rain, and another significant drop in temperature. It's the perfect example of the seasonal whiplash we sometimes get this time of year, so keep both your sunscreen and your light jackets handy. Find direct links to more details on these events in this episode's description, and check out yucatantoday.com for more activities happening in our state. Every Friday, La Jornada Maya publishes a feature on one of the many native species that share the Yucatan Peninsula with us. This week, meet the mangrove tree crab, a tiny 2-centimeter or 3/4 inch hero of the Yucatan wetlands. Unlike your typical beach crab, this little guy is a high-speed climber. Thanks to specialized pointed hairs on its legs, it can sprint up tree trunks and branches to stay safe. Its mottled brown and olive colors provide perfect camouflage against the bark and mud of southeast Mexico's mangroves. Beyond its climbing skills, it's a vital recycler. By munching on fallen leaves and decaying matter, it returns nutrients to the soil, acting as a tiny gardener for the ecosystem. Though small, these crabs are essential to the health of the coastal forests and the Maya landscapes we love. Read more about the mangrove tree crab by visiting lajornadamaya.mx. You'll find a link in this episode's description. That's your week in Yucatan today. We welcome your feedback, questions, and ideas. Get in touch with us at editor@yucatantoday.com. Your Week in Yucatan Today is jointly produced by Yucatán Today and La Jornada Maya. Make sure to subscribe, review, and recommend our podcast so we can continue to bring you a summary of Yucatan's local news in English. Yucatán Today is the Yucatan Traveler's Companion. Find our travel, culture, and food content at yucatantoday.com. La Jornada Maya is a print and digital newspaper with the most relevant information from the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, and the world. I'm your host, Alicia Navarrete. Thank you for listening.